monsters in this maze, but I could love you forever if you'd meet my gaze.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, how's everybody doing? I'll be honest. I could be doing better. I'll be completely honest. I could be doing a lot better today. Today's been a bit of a chaotic day. Not a great Monday. Been very stressed out. Last night, I figured the best idea would be...
What's going on about Shrek, but shut it.
I figured the best idea would be to swap over the, for those who don't remember, a while back, I talked about how Amber and I had found a PC at Salvation Army for like 20 bucks. We got it. Recently, if you haven't been paying attention, streams have not been great. We've had a lot of tech issues. And so, as sort of a Hail Mary, we realized that the Salvation Army PC has a ton of fans and has just overall better cooling. So what we did was we swapped the internals of the brown brick and put it into the Salvation Army PC. So you can see it's really nice. Eventually we're gonna get this guy working. The old disc tray. That is gonna be that's gonna be a goal. Getting that up and running. That's gonna be great. For now though, the problem is nothing else is really when I tried to test out everything to make sure everything was working properly. You know, just give me a fucking second. Hang on. Okay, hopefully that's better. Eventually I want to get that disc tray working. But when I tried to load in the games today, everything was working just fine last night. Like, Amber is a fucking genius. She's great at this kind of shit. And, by the way, Chris, thank you for the bonk. Thank you for bonking me. Ow. Hurted even. Can't believe you do this to me. Right at the start of the stream. What the fuck? What had happened was we got everything connected up properly, at least to the best that we thought we could. For the most part we did, and we deep cleaned the inside of the PC. We got all the dust out, so everything on the inside is like thoroughly cleaned out. Everything's connected up just fine. The problem is what we realized when I tried to boot up the computer this morning. I wanted to do Dead by Daylight. Because usually I have it set as high priority. So usually if I ever set up Dead by Daylight, by the way, I have like 6 fans now in the PC, in the new case. The idea was, okay, cool, we can do now is we can test it to make sure everything's working properly. what ended up happening was, Dead by Daylight wasn't, it was moved to my SATA SSD versus just my regular, so my SATA SSD wasn't showing up. All my other hard drives were, and we spent literally hours, both of us very frustrated, trying to fix this issue. Like going through BIOS, going through device manager, going through disk manager, through every setting, even command prompt. And yeah, it was just simply, just as like a Hail Mary shot, just swapped it from SATA 1 to SATA 2, or like to a different SATA port. And it worked just fine. I don't think I've ever been so frustrated in my life. And it's already coming off of, I'm going to be completely honest, it's getting very difficult for me to stream. I'm already been feeling very down about doing the streams because there's been a lot of tech issues happening. Whether it's just poor connectivity to the game just not running great, when we're streaming and we're trying to play. And I'm at the point now where I'm just like, I'm doing everything I can to avoid having to spend money. Because especially now in this economy, like with the state that the world's in right now, I can't. And it sucks to say that. I know a lot of people are in very similar situations. Some people are in much worse situations. And I'm not going to get political. I try not to get political on this platform. I just want to say, the most I'll say is, right now, I'm just trying to do my best. And it really feels like the last couple of streams, my best just hasn't been enough to work out. And it's really frustrating, especially on the Friday stream. The fact that we barely even did an hour. And just everything was shitting the bed. I'm hoping that by moving everything to a much better system, especially one with a better power supply, that things will work better. We can only hope, at least. And so I'm at the point now where this is kind of like, this PC case is essentially my last ditch effort. Before, if this doesn't work, then fuck. I need to do something else. Let's see. Let me catch up on a couple of messages real quick. Furno saying, could be worse. Bonk. Oh, wait. I forgot I have it on and I can hear. Don't listen to my icon. Yeah, you got the muted, the no audio. Well, hey, fair enough. I still appreciate you being here regardless. Streamlabs music services have stopped. So once again, I'm at the point where I want background music for certain points of my streams, but no available service to use it on. There's a couple options you have. There's a couple options I can honestly recommend. I even did like a full video a long time ago. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's still on the Content Clinic. I think. Like even right now I'm seeing a little bit of slowdown in the preview, and that worries me a lot. God, no, I think the Content Clinic Twitter's down. I think someone, it's been deactivated. Do I have it as like a super old video on my hard drive somewhere? Hang on. I don't know if I do. It's like lost. Like, is this lost media now? I think it is. I think it's lost media now. Shit. That's frustrating. So I did a video a long time ago. Talking about a couple, It's a frog! Yo, what's up, Chris? How you doing? A long time ago, I did a video talking about copyright-free music options. This was back when Twitch was really cracking down. There are a couple things you can look into. Some of them some of them good, some of them not great. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about a couple ones. If you're looking for immediate access to stuff, just immediate access to stuff, Stream Beats by Harris Heller. That whole music platform is great, and you can just download that music and play it just straight on, straight from like VLC media player. It's also available on like Spotify. It's available on iTunes. It's available on any music platform. I believe there's now a... I'm trying to remember. Unless they changed it. It's also on YouTube as well. All the uploads are on YouTube as well. So if you have YouTube Music or YouTube Premium, boom, you've got it there. I'm hoping... I'm looking something up right now, and I'm hoping that it's not... Yeah, here it is. Here, if you want all of the official Stream Beats music downloads, boom, there you go. Bunch of music for a bunch of different styles. You got lo-fi, you got ambient, chiptune, all that. Even metal. There's even Christmas music there. I really liked Riot Games' Sessions project, which they've officially discontinued a while back. Just some pretty damn good music. All right, let me catch up on a couple of things. Bobo, yeah, tech issues are the absolute worst. I myself had a weird thing where no game would run at more than like 10 frames. Took 4 hours of tech fiddling to figure it out. I love PC and it's great when it works, but gosh, the issues that happen are the worst. Yeah, it is, and it's especially frustrating because it's having these issues consecutively, like in multiple streams now. It's frustrating, and it really puts me off from wanting to stream anymore, to be completely honest, until I can either get to a better rig, like tech wise, or I essentially kind of have to gimp the quality of content a bit in order to get to a point where it's good enough. It's still good and it's still where I like it, but sacrifice the quality for the viewing experience. Because at the end of the day, my biggest thing is I want these streams not only to be like a super comfy, cozy place for anyone to watch, but I also want it to be a good watching experience for people who join. For people who, hey, maybe you leave these streams on in the background. Maybe you are a lurker, and that's perfectly fine. That's okay. I appreciate you being here regardless, whether you are active in chat or you lurk. But for the people who do watch, I want it to be a good experience. I want people to have fun. I want people to enjoy, like, and not be like, I gotta fucking squint through the pixels to see it, dude. That's the worst, and that's the last thing I ever want to do. And I've pushed myself to get to this point where now, like, these streams are at the point where I'm very happy with where they're at, and I can do more, and I want to do more, but I can't. I'm officially, like, I think I've officially met the threshold of what I can do with the streams until I can do an upgrade, and that sucks to have met the wall. And just when I'm having ideas, the wall is now in the way, and it sucks. It genuinely sucks. Tech issues suck. It's the worst. It destroys my mind when anything doesn't go as expected with anything for me. It will take up my entire future until it's fixed. It's true. It sucks, too, with PC. A lot of the time, the issue is something so simple or just one tiny thing. That one simple thing breaks everything, though. It's very true. That's very true. You don't need to find it now. I'm not gonna be able. No, I understand, Furno. But I'm sorry that you're also. That really does fucking suck. It sucks when services get discontinued and just. I mean, that's what happened with Sessions. Sessions just kind of went. There wasn't a new album drop for a while, and then they just kind of said nothing about it. Which really sucks. Especially with as much money Riot Games makes. It's like, come on. Come on. Have the same feeling with my recording stream. My PC is getting old and I do not have the money to upgrade or buy new. I also don't have another device for gaming for the foreseeable future. I was on an original Xbox One from the year it came out until I switched a couple years back. So technically I still have my old device, but there's a chance that thing doesn't work anymore, and even if it does, it's so old I'm not risking it. It's also just going to be significantly worse than my PC specs, spec-wise, obviously. No, that's fair. Worst comes to worst, if my PC ever does go kaput and I need to think of something else, I do have the Xbox. I do have an Xbox Series X. We might do that. We might stream off the Xbox if the PC does end up going kaput, but that also really would suck because that would kill a part of my revenue stream from editing. So I need to treat this PC like it's a fucking temple. I don't think I've ever asked this, CJ, but you've participated in my streams for a while, for a short bit now and then. Do you have any constructive criticism for my streams to grow on? I think that would have to be a whole conversation. Not in a bad way, mind you. I say that as not in a bad way. I think everyone that's in this kind of size that you and I occupy on Twitch, where we're small, but we have like a dedicated enough audience to where they keep coming back. I think the biggest thing is utilizing the time and filling those silence. Because I'm going to make a comparison. I'm going to make a very... Look, I'm just going to... Just hear me out, okay? Hear me out. It's like wrestling. It's like professional wrestling. And here's what I mean. Day to day, every time you turn on wrestling, you have to go, a lot of the writers have to go with the understanding that every episode of, be it Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, any of that, every time someone joins, like, watches that for the first time, someone watches it, it could be their first episode. So you have to treat every stream like it's somebody's first stream. And you want to make sure that you leave a good first impression. This is something I think, not only do I struggle with this a lot, I think a lot of people struggle with this. It's filling the void of silence. Because, yeah, it's easy to lock in on a game and just lock in and just ignore everything. But the problem is you don't want to do that. That's not going to be fun for anybody to watch. And that's the part that I think most people, you don't need to have like super crazy visuals to stand out. Obviously, it's one way you can stand out is going crazy hard on the visuals, updating visuals and stuff like that. Going for, if you want a more professional route, if you want a more casual route, if you want to go for a chill vibe, if you want to go for an intense, blood pumping, action fueled vibe where every moment is an epic Poggy's good time. You can do that. But not everybody does that. No, but not everybody wants to go for that. And I think for me, my streams used to be a lot more crazier. And now we've reduced it down a lot. I come to the streams to not be depressed, so hey, whatever does that, I enjoy. Fair enough. Hey, that's absolutely fair. I get it. But I think a lot of people do struggle with trying to fill the quiet. I think that's I know a lot of old advice kind of still carries up, and that's write down a list. Write down a list of fun talking points, be it something that's in the game, be it something that's stuff that's happened to you, short stories that you want to talk about, or if you don't have stuff like that, do play-by-play commentary of what's going on in your game. I try to do that whenever I play. Sometimes I fall out of it. I stumble a bit, be it depending on the game. So Dead by Daylight, I feel like I do lock in a little bit more. But with Minecraft, I find Minecraft is a lot easier for me to ramble and just kind of fill that quiet. Because it's a very chill game. It is a very relaxing game. Same with Super Mario 64, which we are going to be playing more of this week, hopefully. We're going to be doing that some more. But I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with. I don't think you need to have the most insane visuals to be a good streamer. I don't think you have to have the most in-depth chatbot to be a good streamer. I don't think you need to have the fanciest alerts. I don't think you need to have the fanciest setup. For the longest time, I streamed and made all my content on just a laptop. On a laptop from 2015. And it got me through a lot. It got me through like 4 years of streaming, recording, editing, rendering, exporting, and then all my day-to-day stuff. You can do that. It's possible. You can go with the bare minimum and succeed. But it's small things. If you take small things, if you do small things. Honestly, I think your biggest thing, Furno, if I had to give one thing, it's... I think you need to push yourself more. When it comes to, and this is easier said than done, I know, because I'm fucking awful with utilizing stuff like YouTube, and I never post on TikTok, and I never do that. But I think you are naturally more charismatic than I can, more charismatic than I am. When it comes to like your recording and stuff like that. When you record stuff, there is a level of character that you bring to your recordings that I've tried and I can't do. I think you could utilize shorts in a really good way. I think you really can. I think shorts are a fantastic thing for you and you should utilize that. You've seen great success on YouTube. I mean, just look at your Choo Choo Charles playthrough. That whole video series, while like the first and the last episodes may have like done really well, like they did really well for your channel, I think you should try looking into shorts. I really do think you should. Of course, it's more editing work, obviously, but do like a 15 to 30 second short with every video you put out. Maybe do like 1 or 2. If you're doing like a Dead by Daylight video, hey, grab like 1 or 2 super funny moments from the video, snip them, link them to the video when you upload them. Utilize that. It's a great tool, and I think that can help. And make sure that you redirect people to come to your streams. Use that as an incentive to push people to your streams. Be like, hey, if you want to see more moments like this, check out the Twitch channel. Do that. I think that's a great thing that you can do. But I think you're doing good, Furno. I think you've been doing good for a while. I think it's just you need to expand. Again, this is funny coming from me, but I think you have potential. I genuinely do. I've been your #1 supporter for a long time. Just like you've been one of my biggest supporters for a long time, I've been one of your biggest supporters too. I believe in you, man. I do. You have what it takes to succeed. And I want you to succeed. I do want you to succeed because you deserve it. You've worked just as hard, if not harder than I have. You can do it. I come to stream. Let's see. Also, I just noticed you watched the Nintendo Direct. Man. Yeah, we'll change topic. We'll talk about it in a second. I want to catch up on stuff. I just had basics commands. I never did anything fancy. Gosh, it's been a while. I personally don't plan to continue. It just wasn't for me. Hey, that's absolutely fair. I really do appreciate your. Of course, dude. You know I got you. You know I got you. Let's talk about Nintendo Direct, the Switch 2. Now, I said I wouldn't talk too much more about it. Personally, I'm still debating whether or not I want to make a video. That is still in the pipeline. There's potential where I will write down my thoughts and opinions. If we're talking about the Direct itself, the Direct itself was amazing. It's very funny that the C button that everyone was all excited about is just Nintendo's Discord. It's just Nintendo's answer to Discord. I think that is very funny. A lot of the games, really cool. The good news is you don't have to have, apparently, the Switch 2 camera, that's like $50. You can use just a compatible Type-C camera. So there's a very good chance. I'm using a Logitech Brio. I use a Logitech Brio for my webcam. There's a very good chance I could just use this. Plug it in since it does have a Type-C, a C to C. Boom. Plug it into the dock and it's good to go. Into the console and it's good to go. Games-wise, holy shit. There's some really good-looking new games coming. Some surprises. Obviously, Elden Ring is huge. Elden Ring is a huge one. Duskbloods. Oh my god. What a reveal. FromSoft is just going crazy. All right, let's just be real. FromSoft is just coming out with the weirdest shit. It's like, does no one know? Okay, here's the question. Here's the question I have. Does no one dig into FromSoft? Or is FromSoft just like really good at hiding shit now? Because nobody knew the fuck about Duskbloods. Everyone knew, like, okay, so FromSoft's working on Elden Ring Night Rain, which, cool, that's the big one coming out this year after they just did Dusk of the Erd Tree, the DLC, Shadow of the Erd Tree for the DLC last year, which is cool. Yeah, absolutely. And opening up with Elden Ring on Switch 2, awesome. Very cool. Very happy about that. I think that's kind of a no-brainer considering Dark Souls Remastered did really well on Switch. I mean, hell, it even got its own fucking amiibo. But that Duskbloods trailer, that game looks really good. And it's a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, which a lot of people are upset about. But it's like, dude, you need to have you need to have a big third-party exclusive, and that's it. That's it. And that's great. Very happy about that. Some of the other stuff that got announced. New Donkey Kong game. Very cool. I really love the redesign. When the trailer came out, I thought it was Mario Odyssey 2. It was Donkey Kong Bonanza. Very happy to see a new Donkey Kong game. Metroid Prime 4. That game looks great. Very happy that it's getting a... We'll talk about the Switch edition stuff in a sec. Mario Kart World. Holy shit. That game looks amazing. We'll talk about the elephant in the room about that later. But like the other like third-party stuff that really got me into it, I was like, oh shit. Street Fighter 6, awesome, very cool. I hope that game really runs smooth. I do. I hope it stays at 60 and has rollback for the Switch version. It'd be cool if it has cross-platform play as well. Those amiibos look great, except for Luke. Luke looks awful. The face, Luke's face on the amiibo looks fucking awful. What happened to Monkey? Donkey Kong don't look right? Donkey Kong looks great. I don't know what the fuck everyone's complaining about. It's a new 3D model. It's just a redesign. And it looks great. I like the redesign for Donkey Kong. I like it. But that's just me. That's just me. I know. A lot of people have different opinions on that. Not happy about WWE 2K coming back to the Switch. I don't think they learned from last time. And I don't think it's going to be good. Not happy about Borderlands 4 coming to Switch. I know they did 1 and 2 and then a pre-sequel on Switch. And those apparently were like, okay. But fuck Randy Pitchford. Fuck him. Fuck Randy Pitchford. I don't give a shit. Go fuck yourself. Asshole. Fuck him. Pervert. Gross. Not even a real magician. That's gonna be my ongoing thing until Borderlands 4 comes out. Civ 7 looks great. Honestly, Civ on Switch has already been doing pretty good. I'm trying to think what else. But I think my big issue is with how much, and I think it's the same thing with what a lot of people have issues with, and that is two things. One, obviously, the price. That is its own conversation. But I think the second thing is all the stuff Nintendo did not talk about. And then they kind of just pushed off to the side. That has been the biggest issue. I think that, personally, I think if they had discussed some of the stuff in the Direct, like if they said the price point during the Switch presentation, like if they said, hey, the Switch is going to be $450. It'll be releasing on date. It'll cost $450 in the US. I think there would be a lot less pitchforks raised. There would still be some, because a lot of people are like, $450 for a Switch, what the fuck? But you have to remember, and I think this is the issue. A lot of people forget, the cheapest Steam Deck that you can get brand new is $400. If you want to get a gaming tablet, an on-the-go gaming device, there is a Steam Deck, but you don't like the price that Nintendo is offering, there is a Steam Deck right there, and you save some money with that. That is an option. Just remember, that is there. Yes, there are people who complain. And again, it's not, I think the issue is the fact that they didn't, at least with the console itself, if they said during the presentation, the console itself is $450, that would be this would be a completely different kind of conversation. When it comes to the console price, a lot of stuff that, in hindsight, having had time to think about it and looking it over, obviously some of the stuff being priced at the way that it is, I'm not a fan of. But some of it makes sense, and it's understandable. The Joy-Cons and the Pro Controller are $10 more, about $10, $15 more than the original Switch 1 versions. Is there ever a Nintendo unveil where they mention the price post Wii era? I'm pretty sure they did for the Switch 1. I'm pretty sure the Switch 1, when it was revealed, was announced price-wise. Just like it was also announced that it was region-free, which is huge. Which was huge at the time. Nintendo's not very good at, is very well known at region locking their systems. Now the Switch 2 is region locked, which sucks. I'm not a fan of that. But consoles in general cost $400 to $500. I don't get why this is a shock to people. I think it's a shock to people because it's a Nintendo console. And a lot of people have a very specific connotation or picture for Nintendo stuff. I'm also going to reply to some stuff that people have been saying, because I feel bad for not replying to comments. And the communication in the video looks like something from 2010. Yeah, the game chat looks... I do appreciate the fact that they showed when everyone was screen sharing that there was a lag. I do appreciate that. Thank you for keeping our expectations realistic about that, Nintendo. I do appreciate it. I do hate that you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. And that's a bit frustrating. But I get it. Whatever. A lot of people in the US are mad at prices from Bobo. A lot of people in the US are mad at prices or something and mad at Nintendo for it. But it's not Nintendo's fault. It's just the recent stuff in the US that's caused the price change. Okay. Apparently, Nintendo did officially announce that technically it wasn't because of that. The whole tariffs thing. I'm just going to say it. It wasn't because of tariffs. Entirely. I believe the official phrasing is that they acknowledge that there is global events going on, but the reason the pricing wasn't entirely due to that as the sole reason. Don't quote me on it, but it is something that, to be honest, I think a lot of people... here's the thing. A lot of speculation about the Switch 2 was that it was going to be around $400. That's just how generations go. The Switch OLED, which is what I personally have, was $350. I think for $350, that's pretty fair for what you're getting. But with the amount of stuff that they're trying to introduce in the Switch 2, tech-wise in the Joy-Cons, with the dock, with the tablet itself, I think $450, that's reasonable. Considering you look at the PlayStation Portable, and that, the PlayStation, is it the PlayStation the PlayStation Portal, not Portable, not the PSP, but the new one, that came out with the PS5, not with, but like after the PS5, where it's just if you don't know what the PlayStation Portal is, it is literally just, we'll do this screen. It is literally just a streaming device that you stream your PlayStation 5 to, and you have to be on your Wi-Fi. You have to be connected to your Wi-Fi in order to use it. Which is stupid. Because what's the point of paying $200 for a remote player for your PS5? It's not even like a cloud streaming. It's not even like a cloud device where you can play the games like off, like on cellular and stuff like that. It's only if you're connected to Wi-Fi, like your home Wi-Fi. And that's it. That's stupid. For $200. Fuck that shit. Does the right Joy-Con still have the infrared thing? No. Infrared, gone. Amiibo support's still in. They do have Amiibo support still. But there is no infrared. Instead, the gimmick with the Joy-Cons is still HD rumble and stuff like that. You still have HD rumble. You still have gyroscope controls and everything. But you can now use both of the Joy-Con controllers as mice. You can use them both as mice. So they have I believe it's just a laser sight, just like on the bottom of your mouse, where you just use that and you can use it on a surface. I saw you could flip the console and connect the controllers. Yes, because it is no longer, they don't lock in on rails anymore. It's electromagnetism. So you have magnets in the larger L and R tic-tac buttons that were in the rails. And there's now magnets on the inside of the rails on the tablet. And they connect through the power of electromagnetism. Wow! Just Bill and Ted just like... Cut to Insane Clown Posse. Magnets, how the fuck do they work? But yeah, that's cool. See, Nintendo loves doing this weird ass stuff, and it's just so you can have Luigi fucking vacuum for real in Super Luigi Mansion 4. Damn right it is. And you know what? $100, please. We'll talk about that. Okay, let me kind of... Apple raises prices each generation. True. Very true. And they do that back to back every year. Very true. Technology goes up in price regardless. And I think that's just, especially now that I think now it's hitting people a lot more. Now that we are in the world that we live in. The situation is what it is in the world. My bro has that, so he can play games with me in his room without kicking his girlfriend out of the living room. Chat audio and that thing sucks, to be honest. No, fair. I mean, for $200, unfortunately, I'm not expecting much. And here's the thing. Okay, look. If you want to have a good tablet streaming experience, like cloud gaming experience, on a tablet or a phone, or just like a portable gaming experience, if you have a tablet, like an iPad, if you have a decent smartphone, you know what you do? Here's a crazy idea. Here, let me tell you something crazy. You want to know what you can do? Get fucking Game Pass. It's not a joke. Just get fucking Game Pass. Because here's the thing. Game Pass Ultimate is legitimately one of the best deals you can get in gaming, period. 100%. You don't even have to be an Xbox fan. Like, I know people who fucking hate Xbox as a company. And to be fair, I don't blame them. This is coming from a guy with an Xbox. But they fucking love Game Pass. Because, now specifically, you guys get Game Pass Ultimate, which is a little bit more. But Game Pass Ultimate has cloud streaming. Pick up and play cloud streaming on multiple devices. You can pick up and play from your phone, from your tablet, on your TV. If you have a smart TV, there is an Xbox app that you can download and you can pick up and play from your tablet, from your phone, connect it to your TV, and resume where you left off. I know cloud streaming isn't great. It's got its weird quirks. Here's the thing, though. It fucking works really well in a way that nobody else has been able to get it. And it's insane. It is insane. Again, it is Game Pass Ultimate, but you know what Game Pass Ultimate gets you? It gets you the cloud streaming, it gets you it gets you Xbox Live so you can play online with your friends, and it also gets you the Game Pass library, which is adding stuff all the time. There's games for literally everybody there. And yes, like Chris said, thankfully, it does have Minecraft. And the world is better for it. But legitimately, if you don't want to dish out the money for a Steam Deck, if you don't want to dish out the money for a Switch 2, but you want to have a fantastic gaming experience, on-the-go gaming experience, consider Game Pass. You can play Disneyland Adventures, and my personal favorite. Let's go. Microsoft Solitaire Collection? Fuck yeah. You know what else you can play? You know what else you can play on Game Pass right now? Fucking Belatra. It's a pretty good fucking game. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's this quirky little indie game called Belatra. It's fucking great. The fuck is a Bale Roadshow? Okay, let me kind of catch up a little bit. But coming back to your point, Kreiser, I think Kreiser. I'm gonna have to take my time with the Switch 2. To be completely fair, I think it's going to take some time for me to properly sit on how I feel, especially considering the price of those games. Mario Kart World being $80. I think that's the part that really hurts a lot of people. Oh, I didn't even mention this. Okay, so coming back to it, we're gonna try to come back around. We're gonna come back around. The Switch being Mario Kart World being $80. I think, given the scale of it, I can understand why they're pricing it so high. What Nintendo needs to do to justify that price is they need to say any future DLC, they need to promise DLC support for this game. And it has to be long term. It has to be like a Smash Ultimate, where it's like at least 2 to 3 years of support for this game. And it needs to be free. Because here's the thing. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate could justify... You know, they'll say DLC is free if you have NSO. Well, I know. But I mean free to everybody. Switch Online, but Switch Online, not a factor. You need to make it free for everybody, period. Because this is the thing. If you're going to expect people to pay $80, the reason people paid like $50, I think it was, like about $50 for the DLC for Smash Brothers, was because that was guaranteed DLC content for years to come, alongside free gameplay updates like patches and stuff like that, and bug updates and balance patches and stuff like that. That was a lot of content you were getting for the price. The price to content ratio was pretty balanced out, even if it was a season pass model, technically. But you could also buy them individually. You didn't have to buy them as a pack. You could buy them individually. If you bought them as a pack, you got everything. If you bought them individually, you're buying the characters that you want, and that's what matters. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still the best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch. 9 years going. That is fucking insane. If Mario Kart World wants to succeed and get those numbers, they need to make that price worth it. And I don't think adding 84 characters, having 84 playable characters, is really going to do that. You need to keep these people going for the long haul. You need to make these customers feel like their purchase is validated, which is something, to be fair, Nintendo does do a pretty good job about with their main titles, with their in-house developed titles. I think more times than not, usually they do a good job of making their games worth the price that you pay, worth the admission price. But $80 is a lot. And I think this is the part that's the most disorienting. We went from $60 games like 10 years ago. $60 games. A lot of people were expecting that. 3 years ago, Sony started pushing $70 games down everyone's throats. And Nintendo took forever to get to that point. And they only did it one time. And Nintendo, of all companies, is the first company to jump to $80 games. That is scary. And I think that's scary for a lot of people. And that's why that's why a lot of people are upset. Nintendo is a company that is usually built around family values. They're usually, as much as a lot of people will say, they do hate their fans, which is true, they do. But they're a family they are a company that is built on loyalty and brand recognition from families, from kids, predominantly. Whenever Microsoft and PlayStation were fucking each other up and fucking up their consumers much harder than Nintendo has, to be fair. Not all the time. Nintendo was always there. They've been there through a lot. And that's the scary thing, is that Nintendo is the first company to really push this, especially when we're already hearing a bunch of rumors about GTA 6 costing $100. Fellas, I think GTA 6 is gonna cost $100 base game. And it's gonna be because of Nintendo. But people won't care. We'll hit a couple other things real quick. Chrysler is mentioning about the battery life. Yes, IGN did a bunch of other content creators as well, but IGN is the coverage I've seen the most. Did a really deep dive into a bunch of their stuff when they did the hands-on Switch 2 experience. It's like 2 to 3 hours of battery life for the Switch 2. That's fucking gross. That's, of course, going to vary based on the games that you're playing. I imagine if you're trying to play Cyberpunk, you're probably going to get 2 hours. But if you're playing games like Mario Kart, maybe even Donkey Kong, you're probably going to get closer to maybe like 3 or 4. Here's hoping. But 2 to 3 hours for a handheld, it's not great. I'm pretty sure the Steam Deck does about like 4 to 5, which is still not great. Not ideal, but at least it's better. 4 to 5 hours, you can if you're doing just constant through. Yeah, exactly. It's understandable because you're doing up to 120 frames per second on a handheld. That's insane. There's a lot of power in that console. Despite what people may say, there is a lot of power going into that console. And I think when we start to see certain games hit the platform, it's going to be nutty. Some of those games are going to look absolutely fucking nutty. I'm so ready for Metroid Prime 4. I can't wait to see how good that game looks. I need that game to look amazing. The problem is, I think won't be able to see how good it is until we see the Switch 2 footage. I think that is going to be a defining showcase of the Switch 2. Despite Elden Ring and Cyberpunk coming to the damn platform, I think Metroid Prime 4 is going to be the highlight of just what the Switch 2 can do. Because nobody can make console highlights like fucking Nintendo can. It's going to take people 8 months to get through Duskblood because of how big those games are with such little battery life. True. I usually keep my Switch on my dock, to be completely fair. I do take it out once in a while, but I mostly keep it on my dock. I think the downside is literally just going to be the fact that like, the good news is, like, all my controllers and stuff work. But then there's also, look, like I said, I have a lot of stuff to talk about with the Switch 2. Again, we'll talk about it at another point. Thank you, Kreiser, for putting me completely off track. I'll write down my thoughts. I'm not sure if I want to do like a full video about it, but I will say I think there is a lot of cool potential with the Switch 2, but we won't know until we try. We won't know until it comes out. And we'll find out whether or not I'm debating whether or not I want to pick it up still. It's going to be a while. Something funny, the Switch 2 will run better than my PC. Yeah, my PC is seeming worse and worse every year. My PC runs better than my Xbox, but not better than most other devices. It's power technology, baby. But ads are going to be starting pretty soon, I think. So we're going to hit the ads, and then we're going to jump into You're Welcome for Questionable Questions. But ads are starting. We're going to hit BRB, and we'll be right back. And we're going to get in some Dead by Daylight. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, bitches. Uh-oh. Oh, I fucking accidentally closed out of the music. Shit. I was like, wait, why is your music playing? What? That's why. I accidentally closed out of the music. Because fucking Spotify is not working. Okay, give me 1 second. We're gonna see if Spotify's working now. Nope. Cool. I gotta keep Spotify up as in the fucking browser. Gross. Okay. Damn. That sucks. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but... Alright, let me get, let's put on hi-fi. Why not? Let's get pumped up. Yeah! Alright. It's time that we get into some Dead by Daylight. It's the blood event's going on, guys. The blood moon. The blood moon's risen. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look, it's gross. It's bloody. It's gross. There is new stuff. New collection. Okay. Some returning stuff, it looks like, too. Okay, so new stuff. What do we got? The event is out. Yep, it started today. New Claudette skin. Very nice. I like that. Also, apparently, charms are now universal. You can now use charms on both Killer and Survivor. There's no, like, ones linked, locked between the roles. So that's very nice. I'm very happy about that. New Houndmaster skin. Ooh, I vibe with that. All right. Houndmaster, they need to do more. I might have to lurk for totally unrelated reasons in a minute then. I know. Look at... I know. She's just ready to cause trouble. What do we got? Oh, it's Tori. All right, new Tori Kane skin. Ooh. That's probably my favorite skin for Tori so far. That's pretty sick. That's pretty good. I fuck with that. New artist skin. Ooh, I like that. Artist has been getting a lot of really fucking good skins lately. Holy. From her, like, Diablo skin that she got late last year to this. God damn. Someone on the art team really likes Artist, and for that, I appreciate it. And then... Oh! Okay. Wait. Did they make a full out? They made a full fucking outfit for it. So for those who don't remember, this helmet piece was a reward from from the Blood Moon last year. They made a full fucking outfit for it this time. Oh, that's sick. It reads, I will say, it reads less Knight-like to me and more like Gladiator. Well, that's still awesome. Holy. Oh, that looks so good. And of course, I think those are the only new ones. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's Michaela. There's the Doctor one from last year. Still looks really good. This one still holds up pretty well. And then we got the two other ones. Elodie and Ione? Yeah. I turned off low latency and it seems to be fine. What is low latency? Low latency is essentially the delay between what you see here, between like interactions. So like, if I say something, there's a little bit of a delay, and that's getting sent to the server, and then it's getting sent to you. Low latency essentially tries to minimize that delay as much as possible. It's why Mixer was really cool, because Mixer, when it was still around, the whole thing with Mixer was that there was no delay. There was no delay on the service. So literally everything was just one-to-one. Messages would come up, you could immediately respond to it, and the chatter or the viewer would immediately hear it. It's like as if you were like in the same room. That was the cool thing about Mixer. Since last time we were on, for those who don't know, Tokyo Ghoul is out. Still have not bought Ken, Mr. Kaneki yet, unfortunately. And I do apologize. But we are going to start with some Survivor gaming. We might as well dress up for the occasion. What is our most ready outfit that we can throw together? You do have a moon. I guess that'll count. Yeah, it's a moon. It'll count. Sure. Honestly, I think this will work. What's the free shit? I don't know. From the event? I have no idea, actually. Is there any free codes for the event? I know they did raise the blood points cap. It's now 5 million instead of 2 million. Oh, from the tome. Okay. I thought you were just meaning like in general, because normally there'll be like a code. Oh yeah, and Cenobite is gone. Officially gone. You can no longer buy Cenobite. So this is the stuff. So we got an outfit for Vittorio and an outfit for Trapper. Some new weapons and tops for... So we got tops for Kate, for Adam, and for Hattie. And we have weapons for Dredge, right? Oh, Singularity, Clown, Hag, and then a couple extra things as well. And then we have new charms, banner, profile badge. Why is Trapper getting so much lately? I just started playing again. I have like 4 Trapper outfits. I mean, hey. If you're not going to update the boy, you might as well give him some good cosmetics. Now, I've only heard that there's some gameplay changes that they made for the event. I haven't seen what they are. So we're literally going into this blind. We're quite literally going in blind. Funnily, Trapper is my highest prestige level, but I don't play him the most. Fair. I mean, you gotta throw points into somebody. I'm just glad I can finally put my coffee charm on my coffee thermos charm on Killer and not have to worry about... oh, jeez, everyone's bringing a flashlight. Yeah, I'm sorry, gamers. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna be a good team player. I guess I should probably the most fitting outfit would be the bloody outfits. Now that I think about it. I think this would be the most fitting. You're Claudette. Welcome, brutal mob.
Attention, we are being followed. Shall I dispatch the welcoming drones?
If we're being followed, you should call the fucking cops. Welcome on in. I do appreciate it. Welcome on in. Let's have a good time. Oh, the eyes are back. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. 12 blood points score events. Okay, cool. Shouldn't be too bad then. I think we got this. As a killer main, this is where I panic and spam on Lightborn. No fair. I've done that before. I have done that before. I see an entire team and with items that I throw on Franklin's demise because fuck that. That's funny. All right. Fucking immediately got lag on the stream preview. Okay, hang on. I need to... Blood can required? What? Hang on. I'm turning off the YouTube stream, unfortunately. Ooh, blood map. Okay. Okay. I guess we gotta find these cans. Yeah, dude, I don't get it. Why is my... Like, do you have an... I'm just getting lag, period. Is it Vecna? Oh, it's Vecna. $16. Yeah, I know it was fine in the menus. I don't fucking know why it does this. It's getting very frustrating. This is what we might just have to switch games, to be completely honest. Oh yeah. I've even fixed my config. I think it literally just is OBS, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll probably change the encoder again. Just to see if that helps. We got very lucky with that teleport. Okay, I need to figure out what we need to do for this. I'm assuming it's a chest. We're gonna go grab our teammate real quick. Going around the map. Completely around. Don't worry about me. Okay, he's all the way over there. We're good. Okay, now if you want to heal me up. We're gonna see if we can get lucky and get the eye as well. I don't think we'll be able to. Gonna be ultimate support. Oh, you... Oh, he injured me just in time. This guy, how close is he? He's right there. That's okay. It's right there. We gotta throw it. No, you're good. You're good. We're gonna leave and we're gonna go back. No, don't heal me. Don't worry about me. Fuck! He did that really well. He did that really well. Thank you for the sabo. Nice. Oh, right in front of a hook too. You're good. You're good. Fuck. No, you're good. You're good. I appreciate the help. We're probably gonna have to go into tech support. We have now dropped over 10,000 frames on stream, so yeah, we're probably gonna need to do a tech support pause. And we get both. 15. Okay, that was opened recently. No one else has gotten it. We're gonna hope that we can get the... That's a med kit. I mean, a mechanic's toolbox is actually pretty nice. That is what we want. Fuck. It was so close. Fuck. It's okay. It's okay. We do a little bit of gambling. The gambling doesn't always work out. Hey, you are going in basement. Cool. Let's go unhook. It's a bit risky. Go, 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 go. I got you. I got you. He flew over. Run, dude, run, 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 run. I got a protective hit at least. Get blind.
Only a little longer.
Fuck. Got it. He's going for me. This area might be a dead zone. Yep. Yep, we're dead. That's okay. He forgot that we hikikomori me immediately. That's okay. That's fine. All right, we're gonna take a look into this. We're gonna try to figure this out. Okay. Let's try to get this working. Because I'm getting sick and tired of these shit. I'm going to... Where is... Okay. Broadcasting guidelines. Okay. I will be right back. And we're going to try to get some stuff figured out. Give me 1 sec.